what's going on? Keg, froze, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You froze?
Oh, I froze.
No, we're good.
All right, where was the intro?
I did it. You must have
Did you?
froze. The intro's gone, mate. We're live.
Well, anyways, we are live. I'm in Dubai. It's 8 o'clock. Keg's in the UK. It's 4 o'clock. Thanks for everyone that's tuning in at the minute. Obviously, I had to do this at a decent time because I'm sick of staying up till midnight for Brucey Ball, so I didn't want to do it off my own watch. Cheers, everyone, for tuning in. We're here for the 10K subscriber Q&A, and good to see Josh here, one of the loyal followers. Thank you very much for that, mate. Cheers for the 10K, and cheers to £10. You just about covered my pint in Dubai there, Josh, so I really appreciate it.
just about, couple more.
I tell you what, now just for Josh jumping in there with that kind donation, we'll answer that question. Who do you see as getting as manager? Surely actually want to stick with Bruce. You'd think he wouldn't stick with Bruce, but obviously he came out on Sunday morning saying he is for now. If we go down, obviously the strong links at the minute with Chris Wilder, so I'd say him at the minute. I could see actually appointing Wilder for now.
Yeah, me too. He'd be a solid championship appointment anyway. Like a lot of people are kicking off, like with the link. Like while we're currently still in the Premier League, battling for survival, would Chris Wilder be a good appointment going forward? I'm not so sure, but right now to keep her up for the last however many weeks, 9 weeks or whatever it is, fucking right. Honestly, me fucking granny could do a better job than Bruce. Like, so Wilder in, baby.
Yeah, anybody in as long as Bruce is out. But I am with you. I think Wilder's, what he did with Sheffield United from League One was class. This season's tarnished it a bit, but and he's on the transfer market wasn't great last summer, but his achievements last year was obviously unbelievable. 9th with Sheffield United, so I take him. However, Bruce, no doubt about it.
Absolutely, but who do we see is getting manager in? I don't know. Like Wilder or making Graham Jones permanent appointment are the only realistic ones I see, because the likes of Eddie Howe keeps getting mentioned all the time. I don't think Eddie Howe would come to Newcastle under the current regime. So we're limited with options on people who would actually want to come to Newcastle. That's the big point. Who would actually want to come? That list is very fucking thin. So either Chris Wilder or Graham Jones, I think, are the only two realistic options at the minute. And
obviously Wilder fell out with Sheffield United chairman and all. So would he really put up with that under another chairman? He obviously wants control. He probably wouldn't get out of Newcastle. So
no, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, probably not, because he's just as bad as any other manager gone. Like, I don't really know what Sheffield's owners are like. I seen the idea that apparently they wanted him to stay. It was Wilder that wanted a bonus or something, but so I didn't really know what the situation was there. It sounded like Wilder got a little bit greedy, wanted that big bonus or a payout if he was going to get sacked. But they were like, "Well, I don't want to sack you. I want you to stay." But he was like, "Well, I want 4 million." So, well, you're not going to get 4 million. All right, well, you fuck off. Pretty much.
I didn't know about that one, but shout out Che as well there for that comment. It's not just glad we could help you, but you help us as well. Helps me anyway doing these things, especially in these times. Have a crap with everyone. And that's what we get to do tonight. Most importantly, answer your questions. I obviously put it out on our socials, mainly on Instagram. Ask us questions on our story. Screenshot the best ones, send them over to Keg. He's got them ready to pop on the screen. And that's what we'll do. That's how the show will go. And then get yours in the comments on the side, and we might have time for some at the end.
Right, start with the first one then while you're over there, mentioning yourself in Dubai. The first one links to that one with Charlie Townsley. After being there for a bit, will he decide to stay in Dubai, or reckon he'll return to the Toon? I'm
ready to return to the Toon now, to be honest with you. Like,
I don't know.
It's unreal. Nah, for a fact, right?
Are you crazy?
I had a little... and I bet you'd love to swap roles right now. I mean, I was so desperate to get away. I was so lockdown just wasn't good for me at all, as it isn't for everyone, really. Let's be honest. But I was suffering with it bad, man. I was so desperate to get away. I wanted to go to Australia to my brother. Not allowed there. Borders are shut. Well done to them. They've actually held the situation well. I was looking at going to teach abroad, like China and stuff. Got mates out there. I just so desperate to get away. I was just like, get me the fuck out of this lockdown. Get me out of the UK. So the opportunity came to Dubai. Everything hasn't went as smoothly as it could have done out here. Definitely not, but that's it. Take a risk, see how it goes. But being out here now for 2 months, like, it's a mint place. Don't get us wrong, it is unreal. But it's unreal. I think a rich man's playground, and I'm fucking skint. So it's not very good for me.
I love them big bees.
I see Conor McGregor on Instagram out here still, Mike Ashley's out here, and there's a little Renty salvaging me together for a pint. Do you know what I mean? So it is class. It is good, but at the same time, I don't know. I've been away for 2 months now. miss the boys a bit, miss the family a bit, and just miss a bit of normality, you know. Do you know what I mean? Just get back a bit of normality. But when I come back, probably in a month's time, maybe depending on how work goes, if I come back in a month's time, obviously things will be better, hopefully in the UK, lockdown lifted a little bit, and I'll be happy to come home then, like.
Man's like the Geordie Oliver twist out there at the minute, like.
Only same with us, man. Me money everywhere. No money challenges.
Question 2 from Will Murray 38. How do you feel on making the target of 10,000 subscribers? Big target we've been after for a while, isn't it? Yeah, big target. Yeah, big target we've been after for a while. Like, obviously, like it's almost bittersweet, I think, because I feel like we could have been here about at least over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Obviously, we had the setback with the channel, had to start from scratch. We'd built up almost 8,000 subscribers. That would have been about a year and a half ago now. Like, we were so close then, but had to backpedal and come back due to just issues with YouTube and stuff. So yeah, it's amazing to finally get here. Like, that was the initial goal back then, but when you go back down to 0, you've just got to take it as it comes. Like, you've just got to, there's no guarantees you could build that up. So starting the channel from fresh was a little bit daunting. It was a little bit scary. Like, it might not take off second time round as well as it did first time, but it did, thankfully, to all you watching right now. Thank you very much to everyone who's liked, subscribed, watched the video. Even if you don't even like it, thank you for joining in anyway. But it's class to finally get there. Just that 10, the double figure, K figures, subscribers. It's unbelievable. But yeah, it doesn't stop here. Like I said, it's been a goal that we've been looking to achieve, but it's just one of the small short-term goals that we've been looking for. Like, we want more. We want 20,000, 30,000. Like, the graft starts now. It's just nice to finally see that 10K symbol at the bottom of the screen.
It is, like, it's lovely. It is the first big milestone hit. But like you see, that's the hard thing. Like, if you think about it realistically, the last channel was on 8,000 subscribers 2 and a bit years ago. So we'll be on at least 18,000 now. More. It would have been in the 20s. So that's a killer blow, but it had to be done. You know, you're going to make mistakes in this game and learning stuff new. So at least we're in the 5-figure gang now, and we can push on.
Yeah, like, we've learned a lot over the last year or two as well. Like especially during like lockdown and stuff. Like, the channel's become something different that we never would have anticipated it coming. Like, learning how to use StreamYard and stuff. Like, doing like virtual fan cams and the watch along. We never would have done a watch along really if it wasn't for lockdown as well. Like, they do quite well on the channel. Like, we used to do the match day vlogs. Like, we never would have touched StreamYard or done a watch along if it wasn't for lockdown. So like, we've learned different traits, different like editing styles and things like that. So it's kind of been a little bit of a blessing in disguise. Just learned how to do things a little bit differently. And when the world gets back to normal, we've got something else to fall back on, different skills that we've learned. So yeah, it's been good.
Tell you what, this time last year, I wish I had shares in StreamYard. Like, Jesus, I'd be a rich man who'd be on it.
No, definitely. Like, it would have been a bit of shit like before lockdown, wouldn't it? Really, because like, you got like, even Zoom wasn't really that popular. All you really had was Skype and FaceTime. They were the only ways you could like contact people. Like, I didn't even know if Microsoft Teams was a thing. I don't know if people use that in companies or whatever. But like, things like StreamYard and Zoom and things like that fucking popped off since lockdown.
No, I was like,
I think this one's for you from Harvey Dench. Were you top done at Sitel?
Harvey knows that, didn't you? Harvey, every time I used to walk in the office, Harvey would give us a woo, even though he said he hated Geordie Rick. He hated Geordie Rick, but he used to woo all the time. But he is right. I am and I was top done at Sitel. That was Sitel last year for the NHS gig. That was a class job, to be fair, on the test and trace line for coronavirus. What started as a week-long contract, but temporary lasted a bit, just over the edge before it came out. Yeah, really. It was like a year-long thing. But Sitel was class, like, especially the people there. The crack was mint. And they should have a statue of me out there at Sitel, actually. Fucking legend there, me. But when we went and worked from home, from August, that's when it just went downhill. So I kind of worked from home. They got to me that late. But top on Sitel. Good times, man. Good times.
Yeah. It's all about the people you work with, though, innit? Like, being in like a work environment to be fucking shit without decent people in it. Like, I've been in work positions where like you didn't really get on with people, and it just makes the day a hell of a lot longer. Having a bit like camaraderie, just a bit of banter between like your work stuff and that, it makes your day go a lot quicker and makes it worth going to.
It does. Like, even when you're in the office, you're bumping into people on the way to Skype in the toilet or down the reception. Like, you stuck at home. His name on the tab, his name out, his name. It's a pure nightmare, man, especially for office crowd. call centers are made with the people that are in them. That's what made sites out like.
Definitely. Sticking with the work theme from Adam Bamford 1. What do you do away from the Magpie channel? What do you do for work, etc.?
Well, out here, I'm meant to be starting as kind of like a social media marketing executive for a sports media company. So I'll be running social media accounts, things like that. Before that was obviously Sitel, NHS line, coronavirus line, IT technician was the role there, really. Like, so that's it for now. Unfortunately, the dream is to obviously do this full time one day, maybe.
Yeah. I feel like
you've got more jobs than anyone else.
And I feel like the Keg and Renty show would do. Like we'll always have questions like this, and it's always a different answer every time. Because like we'll move around a bit, man. I'm just fucking not settled at work. Like at the minute, I'm working for a company called Draeger. We do like fire protection equipment stuff, just factory shit, really. But got a couple of things in the pipeline. We'll see how it goes. I've got a couple of interviews lined up, and had a couple of more interviews for better jobs over Christmas. I lost 2 jobs during COVID, to be fair. I had a cushy little factory job up until August, got let go, spent winter working as an Amazon delivery driver, got let go of that. That was fucking shit. This is what COVID is. Like, you've got to just fucking do it, man. Like, you've got to make money. Like, I couldn't bear like being like furloughed. Like, I couldn't bear like being unemployed. Like, you've got to get back in there. Like, when you lose a job in the middle of a pandemic, you fucking shit your pants, because it's like, what do I do now? Like, can I even get another job? Who's taking on? So that's what you really had to do. Just take whatever you've got. That's what I've got at the minute. It's not really something that I want to do, but after losing the Amazon job, which I fucking hated, like, you know, you've got to get into something. So I'm just making a little bit of money now, but I got a couple of better things lined up. Hopefully hear something back in the next 2-3 weeks and be on the move again.
Yeah, mate.
Back into the Newcastle chat then from Ferg Watson. Best and worst moments you've had as a Newcastle fan. Ferg's best moment was Marseille, and the worst one is now, which I can appreciate.
I agree. The worst is most definitely now for me.
Even though we've been relegated twice.
The worst is now, and the worst is the first time we got relegated, Villa away. I remember watching that in my bedroom, just crying my eyes, just absolutely devastated what I got to do. So I thought that was it. I didn't think we were going to come back. Like many think, if we go down this time, I just thought I was just not. I was just going to. Never play a Premier League team again. So that was up there. I'd say to 2009, 2010 to now, when they're Bruce. Now when they're Bruce for football wise, definitely. Back then, obviously, I didn't think we were going to get relegated. We had pretty Mike Lowe in the team. Do you know what I mean? I didn't think we were going to get relegated. So
that was like the first time was a bit more of a shock, though, wasn't it? Because up until then, like since we've been in the Premier League, early 90s, like mid 90s, early 2000s, like we're always a good team. We're always up there. We're always like top 6. So like you just never thought it would happen to us. Like you see people getting relegated and be like, oh, that's dead unfortunate for them. But like when we would never even consider ourselves to be a team that would battle relegation, then Mike Ashley came and it happened. And then it happened again. And it's about to happen again. So like that first time was like, we've actually been relegated. Like, what the fuck? Like, how's this?
I remember even the next day, like, looking at the newspapers and that the next day, and
didn't seem
watching
real.
matches the other at night time. Watching match of the day and that the following morning stuff as well. You just thought, that can't happen. But I remember when the fixtures came out now in the championship season, I was like, I'm done with this. Like, can't be dealing with this. But that was the worst and the best. I'd agree. European nights. I wish I'd got to go away days with another Robs, and that would be unreal. But them times at home, European nights, even Europa League nights. Remember Europa League nights as a change out when it was UEFA Cup. Used to be in level 7, and then I don't know. We've had some good times lately. As it's been like some away days that me and you have had have been class. I always remember them.
Like Tottenham away last year.
And the best as well. Shearer as well. When Shearer scored his 206 goal, brought it right. I remember that atmosphere against Porto was unbelievable.
No, I wasn't at that game.
So there's just some of them. Hopefully more away days to come, but Millwall away next year. So
definitely open for some more best moments. Like the worst moments, as you know, it's going to be hard to put that alongside the potential 3 relegations. This Brucey era, the fucking Mclaren era. Like, we've had some bad times over the last 10-15 years with that shit. Big up NMA.
I cheers that, mate. Appreciate it.
I think there was another one up here as well. Josh has got another one in.
Oh, when the world's back to normal, everyone's invited. Let's go for a night out. Big time.
Absolutely. You're all invited. Right, back to the YouTube one then from JFon17. What's your best achievement on YouTube? And do you think we're going down? Kind of answered that one already. But...
Yeah, I went to the second part, so we'll focus on the achievement. And I think it's got to be the award on it. The award that I won, man.
Yeah,
what a night that was.
No.
What a feeling, though. Like, what a feeling when they said with name. It was just such a buzz. And the acceptance speech and the night out afterwards, like, that's one of my best achievements in life now. I mean, just on YouTube.
Yeah,
I just
it really is.
it was a bit of, like, it was finally a bit of hard work because a lot of people didn't see the amount of graft and sweat and tears that goes into the videos behind the scenes. And I was editing and stress on stress. So that was a bit like, get him, man. It was worth it a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like the night in general, though, like it'd be interesting to relive that night and to not have won. Like, would we still have enjoyed the night that well? Because I think we would have. The fucking whole day, the occasion at the Etihad are among like the best in the football YouTube and world. Like, some of our good friends were there as well that we've met over the years. So it was just a fucking hell of a night. Like you said, the after party being there with like expressions and Thogden, Bavs, like all of them lot. Like, it was fucking just
Benevetti.
Yeah, I Stunt Peg, Louis Benevetti, loads of them. Like, it was just a fucking really, really good night. Free beers as well. And then obviously to come away with an award, which I don't really know if we've expected. Like, I think maybe it's like a part of we thought like, oh, we could win this, but I don't really know if we really thought we would have. So just to live that night in general. And I remember talking to Bradley Lowry's mother as well. That was a bit of a humbling moment of the night. That was fucking mad. That video that was shown when she was on stage, that was brought a fucking tear to everyone's eye. Like, honestly, like, I felt every emotion that night. It was just absolutely unforgettable. Even though most of it actually was forgettable because I was fucking smashed. I was just, and obviously to win the award, and to even now, like 2 years later, nearly a year and a half later, we can still say that we've won something. Like, all the hard work and effort that we've put in actually came to something. Obviously had a nominee last year as well. Didn't get the gong, but
didn't count. Wasn't the award ceremony. It wasn't real. It wasn't real.
But, it was a good time. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed doing that and working with everyone as well. That's one of my favorite things about doing the YouTube thing. Like, collaborating, meeting people up and down the country, going to away days, talking to people. Like, that's a good thing. But like, it's like banter. Like, I hate this fucking hooliganism in football and the thought that if you go away somewhere, you should fucking hate it wherever you are and want to fucking smash the fans in. Like, it's just banter, and it's football. It shouldn't be that deep. Like, I enjoy like going away places and talking to away fans, just having a good time. So. And yes, I do think we're going to go down. Luke Smith, 1994. Do you think Newcastle can bounce straight back if and when we're relegated?
I think we can. I think Ashley's obviously banking on that we can, since he thinks he's clocked it now. It'll be the third time he'll be looking to do it. He's the only time he really puts his money in his back pocket when we go down. He makes key signings last time, the likes of Richie and Gale and that. So it all depends, really. It depends if we change manager, which I think we will eventually. Even if Bruce stays somehow over the summer, when the fans are back next season, that's not going to last long. So it would all depend on who he gets as manager. We can bounce straight back. Whether we do, I kind of see it being as easy as winning the league like we have done other times. I think it would be a playoff job maybe, but it's going to be close.
It is going to be close. Like, it's going to be a weird one. It's going to be sticky. I don't think it's going to be as comfortable as it was the last two times. Like, I think the first time I was so confident we were going to come up. Like I heard like a lot of fans saying that as long as we come up, I'm not really bothered how we'll come up, whether it's second automatic or through playoffs or whatever. And like, I was looking at the team and thinking like we still kept a hold of like Colaccini and Gutierrez and Barton and Nolan. Shola was still there, young Andy Carroll. I was looking at that team thinking, there's no way we can't win that league. Like, if I feel like second's going to be a disappointment. Like, yeah, I want to get back into the Premier League. You're right. Like, however we'll come up, I couldn't really give a shit. But we should be winning that league, man. Come on. You know, like, our team's too good for that. Second time around, like, I thought like we could win. I wasn't like we had Rafa and the team he bought, like the likes of Richie and Gale, Kieran Clark, built a solid championship team. I thought I thought we can win that league. I don't know if we will. We might come second, and we're very fucking nearly did now. The fucking last day drama, Brighton involved in Aston Villa again. So this time around, though, I don't know, man, because I feel like it's going to be a huge change. I don't know who the manager's going to be. If it's Bruce, then I'm not optimistic. I reckon if Bruce is there and we'll lose the likes of Saint-Maximin, Almiron, Wilson, Dubravka, I feel like we'll probably finish mid-table. I think we'll be fighting for a playoff spot. So it depends what happens. Hopefully we can convince players to stay. Whether we can or not, who knows? Whether Bruce will stay be the manager or not, who knows? Like, we'll obviously, if it comes to that, we'll do a video prior to the season starting and try and predict the outcome, try and see where we're going to happen. Hopefully there'll be managerial changes. Hopefully not too many transfers out. A few more in would be absolutely lovely, but you never know with that about Mike Ashley. So it's going to be a tough one. We definitely can, but whether we will or not, obviously there's a lot that's going to happen between now and next season starting. So we'll just have to wait and see, really.
That's it. Like about the players now, like is Callum Wilson going to stay? But for one, the championship, loads of ifs and buts at the minute, innit?
Yeah, massively. Like Wilson left Bournemouth last season because he didn't want to be in the championship. Like it's just going to happen again. Like Saint-Maximin's too good for that league. Almiron's had the likes of Atletico Madrid after him. Like, why would these guys want to stay? They can do so much better than us in the fucking second tier of English football. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. And I wouldn't even be angry if they moved on. Like, I'd be disappointed, and of course I'd be upset. But like that's fucking ego them playing in the championship, man. Where they can do so much better. So best of luck to them if they do go on. But hopefully they can stay. Toby says, "What's your most memorable moment at a Toon game?" That's a good question.
I think I kind of answered it with the highs and lows question before. With definitely Shearer getting his 206, and I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Like
one of my more memorable moments is potentially Matty Longstaff's goal against Man United. His debut goal. That was unbelievable. Matty Longstaff's debut goal at Man United. That was an absolute fucking belter. Like last season, like as much as it was a shit show, like we went to loads of games and we had some good times. Like that was obviously that was Hayden's winner against Chelsea, and then a few days later was Lejeune's 2 stoppage time goals at Everton away at Goodison Park. That was a fucking unbelievable moment. That like
it was. That's one. That's what I mean about before about the away days. Like times that we've had, I won't forget. Like that's once in a lifetime. That 2 goals in 2 minutes. Like, everyone still talks about it now, and even like neutrals talk about it. So that's just a mad moment.
I remember Old Trafford away 2 years ago when we were 2-0 up at half time through fucking Kennedy and Muto of all people, fucking bouncing around the concourse at half time. Everyone fucking singing at Mourinho, sacked in the morning. Well, I had my shoes off. We can shoes off if you love the tune. Just fucking stupid banter. Oh my god, the atmosphere was just fucking mint throughout the game until they got the first goal and say, "Yeah, we're not going to win this over."
I wish I'd have went all time with that one. Like many people did at Everton, but I wish I'd have done it for that one.
There's been plenty of moments. Like, as much as supporting Newcastle at the minute is a fucking shit show. Like I say, like European nights years ago. Thankfully, we're old enough to have lived through the Shearer era, the Bobby Robson era, just kind of there when we were kids at the Kevin Keegan era. But we've had some good times, man. But hopefully there's some more to come.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Richardson, 1892. Which of us would make the better manager?
Well, I've got some tremendous experience in my time managing Battle Hill Primary School of Wallsend back in the day. Did a great job there. 8 games in, 8 defeats. I can't remember what it was.
No, you like fucking Rafa Benitez.
I think I won a bit. I think I won a few games there one time. Getting the extra time for Pence Liver. So if anyone wants to make one of the donations, be much appreciated. but I think I had about 8 games there or something because we joined pretty late. It was probably part of the college thing actually that we did. We'd get experience and we just stayed there. But that was a good run. That was good crack. These days, I tell you what, I do better than Brucey. I
was going to say, I get win.
Quality record on FIFA, done bits on there, champ man a lot. So, I don't know. Then I would do better. Like, where's your manager experience at? Where's your CV, son?
I haven't really got any, to be fair. Like, I would probably say you. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'd be an advisor. I'm just being
the Graham Jones.
I'll be the Graham Jones. I'll be the advisor in the background. I'll leave the tactics and all the pressure. You can deal with the fucking press afterwards. I can't be honest with that shit. We lost fucking 9-0, but I had nothing to do with me. That you guys answer the fucking questions.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so I'll put you forward for that one.
Yeah, man, appreciate
it. Already answered that question, but big up Lewis Anderson, paying for your chips there.
Cheers, me hi. I tried to drop us with the Western rule down in this hotel. I seen that had all our food with me pints, so
really?
I just get paid chips. Aye. It's a load of shit, but I just couldn't go to argue because we had to go live. Fair play.
So it's like, yeah, do you realise this isn't England anymore, do you?
I was like, do you realise I've been here 2 months, mate? I'm not to do that once, but anymore. I'm hungry, so I'll take the chips.
A lockdown-related question here from Will. I was going to say Will McKenzie there, but this isn't in between us. Will McKenzie. Yes, I don't know how to pronounce your name, mate. Sorry, Will. Another year of lockdown or Bruce out?
Wow, those are two of the worst things that's ever happened to me. So
I know. just collectively, the last year, the worst fucking year of my life. Like, which one would I rather fucking live through again? Oh, class that. Like,
I genuinely don't think I could do either, but I'd have to say, I couldn't do another year lockdown. That would be impossible. That'd be impossible. Nah. So unfortunately, Brucey Ball is continuing, everyone, and we all go to the championship, baby.
Brucey's championship marks coming at you next season. As long as we can get out, of lockdown and can support the championship marks, it'll be fucking sound.
That's a good point. So there's no lockdown. At least we could get pissed up and go to the match and not pretend that we're not watching Brucey Ball.
Yeah, getting a Millwall away, be class.
Because with lockdown, we have to watch it on TV, don't we? We're fixing million times worse, so
yeah. That's true. I'd rather go and enjoy the games, have a few beers, dry my sorrows and that. Instead of sitting at home depressed as fuck.
Do the usual come out the second half with 15 minutes late.
Oh, I missed the first 15 minutes of every game going.
We love doing that, like.
Next question from Sean Bowes. The worst or most impolite player we've ever interviewed?
I've got to say everyone we've ever had on the channel has been absolutely class, from Jeremy, Dubravka, Nolan, and that. They've all been absolutely sound.
We did get a swift pie from Kieran Clark.
Oh, I forgot about him. I fuck Kieran Clark. Him. I forgot about that. I follow him on it.
Last game of the season 2 years ago. Just try to get an interview. Just play straight up. Just nah. All right.
I think he said like nah. You'll have to ask someone else. Well, there's no one else here, Clark. Otherwise, it wouldn't be coming to you.
I know. What didn't actually realize was
standing there waiting to be asked. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be the first person I was going to ask Kieran.
And especially not then, and didn't even fucking like him back then. He was fucking like B-side player, wasn't
he? So especially on that day, you know what I mean? I would have much rather interviewed Rafa or Perez in his last game or something. You know what I mean? But
what we didn't realize though, that Matt Ritchie was like by like the bus and like waiting with like the civilians, because like Amar got a picture with him, didn't he? But he was just dressed in like normal clothes, so we didn't actually even notice he was there. And definitely would have got an interview with Matt Ritchie. Like.
Matt Ritchie would be fun. May got to dig on the chin, like, but I would took it.
I'll definitely take a dig off Matt Ritchie, like. Wear it as a crown.
For the views. Big Renty gets digged off Big Ritchie.
I was going to say, if anyone wants to see us get fucking knocked out by Matt Ritchie, send me the video, because I'd be more than happy to do that, to be honest. Josh Hamilton, when's the mech coming out? I'm assuming that's meant to say merch.
Is that the merch, is it? Is that there, is
the merch right there, is it?
Oh, well.
It's already out in Dubai.
It's already out in Dubai, so if you want to get in Dubai, fly over, you know. International shipping comes soon. I don't know. I've got a couple of plans. Got a couple of plans in the pipeline for some merch over the summer. Like, obviously, we've just changed the logo at the top. It doesn't mean that this one doesn't have to exist. You know what I mean? But there's the fresh new design at the top there. So I think I'm going to bring out t-shirts with that on. A couple of other ideas, maybe like the slogans on, like Buongiorno and stuff. So, a couple of ideas, some merch, t-shirts, maybe some caps or something dropping over the summertime in the bum bum. So keep your eyes peeled for that one.
Summertime in the Dubai.
I want to be back for England in the summertime, you know what I mean? Euros, baby.
Nah, right. So I fuck being out in Dubai for that shit.
Aye.
From Callum Lewis, our guy Callum Lewis. Obviously, I'm assuming this answer is probably not going to be Dubai. What's your first holiday getaways after COVID?
Dubai. You answer that one because I'm already Text could be Dubai. If you want to come out and say, you know what I mean?
I'll just work for a couple of months, just build up some funds and that for coming to Dubai, anyways.
You're gonna need it.
Honestly, I'm not even fucking asked. Like, Warlass keeps mentioning it all the time. Like wanting to go here or there and everywhere. I'm like, I honestly don't even care. I just want to fucking get away anywhere. But like, I don't even want to book anywhere yet. I want to wait until we can book somewhere, and then I'm just gonna book the fucking first thing that comes up. Like the first best place that comes up when I can't actually fly away, get away, have a holiday. I'm just gonna fucking book up anywhere. My favorite place in the world's Budapest. I think we're definitely gonna have a week break, a weekend break or something. Maybe it's 4 or 5 days in Budapest. Absolutely fucking favorite city in the world.
I want to go back to Budapest, like.
Nah, we'll do that. The Budapest channel coming 2019. 19, that was last year. Anyway, I don't really give a fuck. Budapest's up on the list. Anywhere else, Greece, Spain, couldn't give a shit. I just want to go somewhere, get out of this country for a little while. Name more Boris.
I really want to go to Australia. My brother lives out there, but obviously they're tight on restrictions at the minute. So realistically, it probably is like a little European break there. Maybe somewhere where I haven't been anymore, somewhere that's cheap, maybe like Krakow or something in Poland, or maybe like I was going to do Germany. A bit of we've never done Germany. We've also never done Scandinavia. We always mention about going to Iceland.
Iceland.
So that would be.
I want to do Reykjavik. That's a little bit pricey now, though, up there. Like the further up north you get, the little bit more pricey it gets. Reykjavik's might be expensive as fuck, but it might be lush. Definitely that's high up on the list. Like,
we'll just go back to Benidorm, shall we?
Tell you what, mate, get me to Benidorm right here, right now. I'll fucking go.
Good times, man. Good times.
Yeah, that is like anywhere at the minute. So I genuinely couldn't give a fuck. I'll get to Benidorm. I'll get to fucking Blackpool.
Aye, Blackpool.
Connor Edgar 98. What gave you the inspiration to start the channel in the first place?
Well, as we've seen a lot in the press lately, loads of so-called pundits waffling on about the tune who haven't got a clue what they're talking about.
They're getting talking shit.
Millions of pounds a year for it. Haven't got a clue. So watching that, listening to that, although it's time it obviously was a growing momentum at the time. I've obviously got to shout out the likes of the VFTV and that who were a bit inspiration in starting this whole fan media movement, seeing them doing it. I was thinking, why is there no one doing that for Newcastle? So started it up, rolled with it, see where it would go. It was never really an idea. It was just to interview fans after the game, then it grew into like podcast reviews and all the other videos you see now and right now doing this. But the inspiration was just to obviously loving Newcastle and wanting to talk about it, interact with people, share our thoughts on it, give fans a chance to have an opinion by obviously the fan cams and stuff after the game. So that was it. And I think it's a big movement that's happening at the minute because obviously we've been on Sky Sports and BBC and all sorts. So we're getting a voice now a bit in the mainstream media. There's many people don't like it. It is happening. And sick of listening to Rio Ferdinand trying to tell us we should buy the club and that. So I thought, seen it coming. All these things were happening years ago. People are picking up on them more now on Twitter, but there's been pundits walking on it after years.
Fucking Rio Ferdinand, man. No worries, mate. If you just lend us a couple $100 million, I'll see what I can do.
Great idea, that like.
PD Proudlock in the chat. Big up PD Proudlock. Go check out his channel. Is Bruce the worst manager I've ever had? There's a fucking long list, but someone's got a couple up here. Kinnear, McLaren, Steve Bruce. Yeah, I would say that he is. Let's say we've been down twice before, but there was a little bit of optimism then. Like the team was decent, especially under McLaren. The team McLaren, like this is just like for like McLaren, if not fucking worse, because the team we had back then was way too good to get relegated. And same with this team, like we're on the absolute cusp at the minute, just surviving with too good a team. Like, I got a lot of stick from the fucking Brighton fans saying that our team is better than theirs, but fuck you, Brighton fans. It definitely is. You haven't got some Maximin. You wish you had a striker like Callum Wilson, Almiron, like even like the defense. Like this team is way too good to go down. Like the likes of Dubravka, Shelvey on his day, Hayden, Lascelles, kind of getting down with this team. Like it's absolutely shocking. And just the way we've been playing, just setting up negatively defensive, boring, so boring. Like, oh my god, I've never had less enthusiasm to be a Newcastle fan. Like when we went down with McLaren, obviously then we got Rafa in the last few weeks of the season. Like that was optimism, that was hope there. Now we just feel like Mike Ashley's so stuck in his ways that I thoroughly believe Steve Bruce will be there next season, regardless of what happens. then it just gives you absolutely no fucking hope, man. Does it? Like absolutely no optimism. It's draining. So yeah, like no other manager has made me feel a way about Newcastle than what the Steve Bruce / Mike Ashley era has. Like it's absolutely shocking.
In Kinnear and McLaren, and that obviously McLaren had nearly a season late, but the likes of John Carver and Kinnear and that, they only had a couple of months. It's been this shite under Bruce for nearly 2 years. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, the negative football, the boring, the no idea, no creativity. It's just horrendous, man. And the results to match.
Yeah. Going to the next one on the list. I forgot where we're up to. There we are. From Kane Stanger, I think that is. This is a good question. If you could go back in time and do a watch along live on YouTube, what game would it be? That is a fucking good question.
Very good question. Appreciate that. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I'd have to say, first one comes to mind. I think we did it when lockdown first happened last year, and we did a couple of throwbacks.
Rewinds,
check them out on the channel, Geordie Box Rewind. I think it was Man U 5-0.
Yeah, that would have been
be amazing. Because coming up against that, flying high in the league and all that big game, try and get revenge. To get the 5-0, that would be mint. 5-1 over Sunderland. The 4-4. The 4-4. Imagine the watch along. The watch along celebrations. The watch along celebrations when Geordie puts that in. Would have been unbelievable.
Imagine even the scenes in the first half, just how fucking foaming and pissed off would be. Like the halftime talk would just be would it be an absolute rant mode? Would be fucking livid. And then going through the second half, oh my god, that actually would be the fucking wicked watch along that. I had a good one now though. Even it wasn't a classic game by any means, but when Gutierrez scored that goal to keep it up, the scenes there would have been amazing. Obviously because of Gutierrez overcoming cancer and stuff to score the goal to keep it up. Like fucking hell, it would have been emotional. That it would have been absolutely unbelievable to have done a watch along for that one. We would have been absolutely fucking bouncing the fucking cameras off the wall and everything. Class.
I've got to agree though. I have to say probably the 4-4 now you said it, because I think you would have got two class sides of the team. Really, you would have had the first half ramp mode, raging, kicking off, and then just build it up. Getting one back would have been taken. The first would have been like, one more, we're in it. Second goal would have went in, would have been like, oh, had this. Second goal's winning, plenty of time left. Third goal goes in, would have been like, we're gonna fucking win it. And then when the fourth one went in, you just go mental. And to be fair, we won that game. We actually should have won 5-4. We had chances.
Didn't we have one that was ruled out offside and another penalty claim as well? I think that was definitely an opportunity to get another goal in that game.
I think Ranger or Best had one cleared off the lane. It was we should have won that game.
Yeah, definitely. The Man United 5-0 one, obviously, it would have just been gone high and high and high. Each goal that would have went in, it would have just been amazing. But 3-4-0, yeah, kind of comfortable. The scenes after the Albert fifth goal would have been absolutely mint. But that Arsenal game, every emotion from lowest to low to the highest high. Teoti's goal would have been absolutely fucking mint. I remember that game, and I actually don't even think I was watching that game because I think it was it a 3 o'clock kickoff, that one? I'm sure it was.
That was a nighttime one, I think, or a 5:30.
Was it? But I remember I was talking to Geordie Rick. He was finishing work. He was in Newcastle. He was at the Haymarket bus station, and there was the Haymarket Ladbrokes was there. And I was on the phone, and he was going, you seen the score, man? Fucking 4-0, man. What a piss take. And I told him, just cheekily, I said, why don't you get yourself in the Ladbrokes and put 5-4 Newcastle on, man? It's fucking definitely going to happen, and then once it got to 4-4, I was like, holy shit, it's going to fucking happen. Anyway, that would have been an absolute belter watch along that.
I wonder if anyone did put that on at the time, what odds they got, because there's always someone who puts mad bets on it, and then
I wouldn't have
left that game.
I definitely wouldn't have.
Plenty of people on that left that game now when the third and fourth goal went in, because it was very early when we're 3-4-0 down. I think we're 3-0 down after about 18 minutes or something. So I think plenty of people just thought, read fuck this and go to the pub. You know what I mean? Which kind of playing in a way, but they would have been devastated when they seen the full time score, Mr. Classic.
Next question from Jack Logan, 1998. We already kind of touched on this one before. If Bruce actually got sacked, would you be happier with Jones coming in or someone new?
I'd rather someone new, to be honest, because I was kind of impressed by Jones at the start, but now I think he's kind of just moulded in and there's not much going on. And you look at these past records, not very impressive. And this is why we need a new manager, because it gives you that bounce. Look at the bounce that we had when Jones came in. Beat Everton, beat Southampton, unlucky against Palace, playing good football, and then it's kind of just everything just went back into the Brucey mold now, like what the players are used to. And the 4-3-3 isn't working because of Wilson and Maxi not being out, and we're not changing it. So Jones might not be able to have as much impact as he wants now, but I'd take him, of course I would, if it meant Bruce going out, but I'd much rather someone just Eddie Howe come through the door, fresh ideas, stay up and see what happens.
Aye, 100%. Like, did he say the thing Tim Howard was talking about Graham Jones before? Did he say that? That was circulating. I think it was NUFC 360 put that out. It's like an interesting little take from Tim Howard. Obviously worked with Graham Jones at Everton under Roberto Martinez. And he was bigging him up, saying like this style, the 4-3-3, like what he did against Everton, that was all him. Like Brucey was trying to say, obviously, like, we've been working on this for about a month. Nah, you fuck man, stop that and shit. Like Tim Howard says, like that was just all you can tell. Like that was his style of play. He likes to play like with a lot of possession, attacking quickly and rapidly and often. That was all fucking Graham Jones's idea. But I honestly think, like, obviously the win against Southampton, playing well against Crystal Palace. I also think like the hierarchy, I don't know if it was Steve Bruce or Mike Ashley or whatever, but I think they have told Jones to take a fucking backseat. Like, you've had too much influence.
Right.
Why hire him in the first place? And why is someone coming in actually getting wins and playing good football all of a sudden now, like, no, you can't be doing that. Like, what do you mean?
We seen it the other day when
he's doing a better job than fucking anyone here.
Bruce was purposely trying to like get him out of the camera shot one, and he was trying to like give advice to the players, trying to waffle on and not make any sense to them. Where Jones was dishing out instructions, like we've seen at Goodison Park. Bruce didn't want him then. Even I think it was the Palace game where Bruce demoted him to the stands, didn't he?
No.
He can't take a seat because he just didn't want the limelight being on him. Because when Bruce got asked about Graham Jones, was it him that got the win over Southampton and Everton? He was like, "Oh, guess it was an inspired choice." Because you can see how much he's rattled by it because he hasn't got a clue what he's doing.
Yeah. So I'd like to have Graham Jones in, take a bit more of a forward role, but going forward, I don't know. We'll see. It would be nice to have someone like an Eddie Howe. If Eddie Howe and Graham Jones could work together or something, then yeah, I'd be quite happy to say that. Like, but again, it's just one of them that you're gonna have to say about.
Give it Jones the end of season.
Oh, I absolutely fucking give it to anyone at the end of the season. Aiden Mira, future goals and aims for the channel.
Aims for the channel is to just keep growing it, really, to hit 20k is the next one. I don't know, really just keep on doing what we're doing. I want the football to come back, really. I missed, like we mentioned it before about doing the watch songs, but I missed doing the match day vlogs and stuff. I love them. Missed the fan cams and stuff. Aims is just to keep growing it and just seeing it where it takes. So hopefully the dream is to do it as a job. Do you know what I mean? But you need a lot of subs for that, a lot of views. It's going to be hard. I think the takeover will help that because you need a successful club. If you look at the big YouTube channels, you've got Arsenal, Man United up there, and they've been going through a bit of a rough patch lately, but they've got that global fan base because of the success they've had over the 90s and stuff and 2000s. So we'll see where it goes. Who knows? But I'm happy with the progression. We'll just keep working away at it. Really, just trying to craft our own outreach. Like we say, we've learned a lot. Grow ourselves, grow the channel. Keep getting better equipment. Yours is looking a bit sexy there with the green screen and stuff and the mic, you know. I need some of that. Yeah, I need some of that action when I get back home. So just keep making it look, and I keep improving it and seeing where it takes me.
There is a few ideas like in the pipeline that we've been like discussing like behind the scenes for quite a while and that, but like with COVID not being able to like meet up as often as possible and me changing jobs all the time and you being out in Dubai and stuff like that, it's been hard to actually come together and put ideas to fruition. So it's been a good year for us, like kind of personally, but there is a lot more that we'll want to do and know that we can do. But once COVID fucks off and like we'll get ourselves personally a little bit settled, like we've both had issues with living situations and stuff like that. So there's been a lot of like backtracks almost in the past like year and a half and that we just need to smooth over and get on with. And once things get sorted, we're going to be absolutely fucking flying. Like we don't really do like podcasts and stuff as much as we used to. We just kind of do like the match reactions, reviews, and like watch alongs and stuff now. Like we used to put a bit more content out, like the FIFA videos and other like general like midweek podcasts and stuff. Like we just haven't really got the time to put that stuff out at the minute. So once we can get a proper setup going, once COVID fucks off and we can get things back on track, like fucking sky's the limit, innit? Sky's the limit.
Especially when you mentioned there about the podcast, because we really wanted to push that, didn't we? Before COVID happened, like you'd obviously got the setup sorted with those mics and stuff, and we had a couple. We had like Chris Dobie on, Keith Downey and stuff. And we had some big guests lined up. Some local people, some big people, like a list of people that were gonna get on. But then COVID happened. Obviously, kind of me up, and you see people doing interviews of people over the likes of this, which we could do, but I don't know. I wouldn't say I wouldn't do that. I just prefer to do podcasts in person. Me, like around the table, have that crack, and that's what I would look to maybe push. And that's what I would look to maybe push. Like once things get back to normal.
So that's something to look out for. Plenty of stuff in the pipeline.
Oh.
Good question from Chaz, NUFC 101. If you could have tea with any 4 past or present Newcastle players, who would they be? Oh, that's a bloody good one.
Very good question. First ones will be Gaza. Definitely want Gaza around me.
Absolutely. That was the first name on my list. Gaza.
Gaza, followed by Tino. Maybe Aspria.
Tino, that's a good one.
Character. Yeah, it's going to be a messy night, this, by the way. It's going to be messy.
That's what I'm looking for.
There's my 2. I'll let you pick the other 2.
I think everyone's probably going to expect to say Shearer, but in all honesty, like as much as I love Shearer, like we've met him before, but I've heard about him being a little bit of a fucking grouchy ass, isn't he? Like loads of people's got stories of meeting Shearer with him being a little bit, So maybe it's just I've got like a lot to talk about. I'd love to have a fucking sit down with Shearer and actually like get him open and ask some questions, get a few drinks down him, loosen him up and that. But I think Sir Maximin would be a good one because he's a lively character. He'd be fun. I feel like he'd be fucking chaos. I'll put him alongside Tino and Gaza. Jesus. And the last one, I don't know. Have a little thinky of that one.
I like how you put in Saint there as obviously one of the present players. So I would go with someone from maybe like the past 10 years or something. Who would it be?
Aye.
Can I mix it up and put Bob Robson in there instead?
I was going to put Bobby in, aye.
I would love to have had Bobby Robson, like a chat with Bobby Robson, like how much he used to just talk football, talk Newcastle, talk everything, proper gentleman. I'd have Bobby in there to just calm Saint and Tino down a bit and get some.
Alright, lads, we're having a fucking good time, just chilling. Bobby's a good shout. Like obviously he's very proper gentleman, isn't he? But also like very knowledgeable in football and like just loves the tune, loves football, loves Newcastle. He'd just be he'd be a dream one. I'd kind of want him more like on a 1-to-1 like Shearer though. I wouldn't really want him in a room. I wouldn't really want him in a room with Gazzartino and Maxi. Like fuck now. He'd probably have a heart attack and kill him twice. Bobby's definitely a good shout though. I got to put him in there. This is another good one. Alex Bryan, NUFC. In your opinion, what's the best video you've made?
Oh wow, that's odd.
It is, isn't it?
Quite a few viral moments. Quite a few involving the main character, Geordie Rick.
That's a good one.
Best video I've done.
They were always funny. Them like interviewing Geordie Rick on the fan cams, like seeing like the crowd behind everyone, like cracking up, just bringing in the crowd. If only you could see like behind the camera, like the crowd that would circulate and just playing up to it, doing these fucking wrestling moves and like elbow dropping the concrete and everyone fucking cracked up. Them scenes are absolutely amazing.
He was only a couple of moments away from breaking that glass door now. So, I've only heard a fan cam from the stop. He was about to break in. But I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I go back to wanting to do interviews in person rather than like these kind of platforms for players and stuff. Next players. Kevin Nolan, I really enjoyed that one. Kevin Nolan. I don't know. I'd have to have a think about that. Probably like one vlog. What I was laughing at was the West Brom vlog that we did, which was obviously the last match day vlog. Like that was a funny vlog. I miss doing stuff like that, like cracking Birmingham and the Cecil Hotel and that. So
try to find that.
Best video I've done. I'll leave that up to you. Let's have a look through the ID account ones that I've done. What do you reckon?
The Dubravka one was good because it kind of felt like he's like a mate because like we'd seen him like on Sky Sports. He was showing that video of the kid singing the Dubravka song. So I think like you already knew like when we like went up to him, like he knew who we were straight away. And he's asking like where the other guy was. He says, "Oh, like I'd like to have a drink with him or whatever." And when we're interviewing him, he was sound as fuck. And then we met him just before Christmas in that. It wasn't the Stack; it was the other one. It was at Winter Wonderland or whatever it was. We're seeing him and his bird in there at the by the monument. And I just sound as fuck. So it's good. It's good talking to Dubravka, having someone like just kind of normal, like not like a Kieran Clark. He's just sound as fuck. Just more than happy to talk to her. It was good.
It was class, to be fair. It was mint.
Mm-hmm. Last one I've got down. Then we'll have a look through the comments. There's plenty I can see. We'll have another look through once we've gotten this one out of the way from Jamie Archer 91. What would you rather do? Give Bruce a bath or wear a Markham shirt in tune on Saturday afternoon? That's fucking lifting.
They're both absolutely horrendous.
Definitely neither.
Honestly, I'd say a Markham shit. I didn't want to see Bruce naked in my bath, so I'll touch him. As
long as I can put it on and wear like a fucking big coat over the top or something, and then absolutely sprint down Northumberland Street, then I knew.
I'll wear the Markham shirt and I'll put a TMC hoodie over the top of it. That'll do me.
Giving Brucey a bath, man. Honestly, like that's the kind of things that'll give you a nightmare. If you haven't got anxiety, you'll fucking have it after seeing that.
Imagine just walking into the shower, like bathroom, just for a piss and there's Bruce in your bathtub. I mean, sitting there with his bars out, come out of belly out. You know what I mean? Sponge me. I didn't want to see that. Like, want any part of that.
All right, I'll look through the comments there. Then a few questions that aren't actually questions. Already put a couple up there. Again. Kind of touched on that one before. Who's going to leave if we get relegated?
Most of them.
Literally will be a good few. Let's say Sir Maximin, Almiron, Dubravka, Wilson, people like that. So they'll probably go. How do you see the channel going if we go back in the championship? That's a good question because, like I said before, like a lot of the things that we do, linking up with people have quite big channels like AFTV. We get to see them 2-3 times a year. The three this year with like the cup and stuff. So I don't know. We'll have to meet some new people, but at least we get to go to some new grounds and things like that. Like, I don't know.
Well, one that I joke about Millwall away, but obviously we're now Lions TV, didn't we? He won an award the same night as us, the Millwall fan TV guy.
Yeah.
And he was buying with Jaegers.
Fucking hell.
So Dan, he's sound. But I think it would be able to put a lot more content out because obviously you play normally twice a week in the championship. You normally play quite often on a Tuesday and a Saturday. Hopefully vlogs will come back. If we go to games next season, vlogs will come back. So there'll be plenty of content. We're not saying it wouldn't stop, but you're right in terms of like collaborations. That's why you want to be in the big leagues. You know, you want to play the big teams. You want to link up with the big channels. You want to have those Sky Sports, Super Sunday games. You're not going to get many of them in the championship, are you? So
yeah, exactly.
It wouldn't be good for anyone.
And these channels do well kind of because of who they are, who they're talking about, like Arsenal channels, Chelsea, Man United channels. They do well because they've got worldwide interest. They've got fans from all over the world tuning in to see like what's going on, like what they're talking about. Like when we're in the championship, like already, like I feel like we're kind of already outcasts as Newcastle fans. Like there's not really much interest, especially not in the last 15 years with COVID. Not COVID.
Well, he has one for you. He has one for you. Actually, last year I got asked by. Can't give it away, so I'll say, don't say a big company that gets several fan channels on a program and pay a very good wage as well for the videos. If you want to, if they ask you to jump in an hour-long video, that it's a good pay in that. That's just a jump on. Last year, COVID happened, and then this year they're just like, nah, man, he's not really in the mix. There's not much to really, he's not really involved as much. So you'll always see fan channels on this show from the top four, basically. Yeah. And obviously Newcastle on anywhere near that, or we're in the high with the thing because of relegation. But people didn't really care. People didn't really care unless you're up there fighting. People aren't really going to be interested. And that's why the takeover was huge, because you would have reached a bigger audience of trying to fight for Europe, fight for trophies, be the new kid on the block. But if you're floating around mid-table or now even worse, battling relegation, you will just get drifted away. But that's why you just got to keep on grafting and hope that's when it changes.
Right, definitely. Good question from Ben Doland. Ben often watches the channel. Did you ever used to play football when you were younger? And where did you play? Fucking goal poacher, Renty over there. Fucking Michael Owen.
I was known as Ruud van Renty back in the day. You know what I mean? I was Van Nistelrooy-esque, 6-yard tapping, stealing everybody's goals, offside every day of the week.
Dave
But
Nugent.
I brought a Dave Nugent, 300 goals a season though, so it was all right. I mean, top scorer since year 3 to year 11, baby. I was an absolute poacher in the box. Michael Owen had an out on me. I was all about playing on the last man, and then I turned 16 and started drinking in the street, and everything went downhill.
Oh yeah, as it does for everybody else.
I pretty much.
I absolutely loved playing football, man. Played football pretty much every day of my life up until I was about 16, and the same things happened. Got a little bit old, got a little bit too irresponsible.
Yeah.
I was a striker. Like when I was younger, I used to love scoring goals. Like there's no better feeling than putting the ball in the back of the net for me. I absolutely used to love it. But I used to play like various positions. Like I was often put like as like central midfielder, out wide on the wings. In my last season playing, when I was playing like Sunday football, where left back got injured for the season, and I was asked to like cover there, like the sub that we made, like a striker came on, he came up to me and said, "Oh, the boss wants to play a left back." I was like, like,
left where?
Like fucking where? Honestly, mate, I went to left back and got man of the match. I was fucking
get in, natural.
I was fucking unbelievable. And like for the rest of the season, because the lad that got injured was there for quite a while, so I played like in between right back and mainly left back. I went over to the right back. And, like I wish I'd played there from younger, like from like 8, 9 years old. I wish I'd tried out left back because I was actually fucking class. So
you never know. You could have been the next Paul Dummett, mate. You could have been.
Could have been the new Dum Dum. Could have been there instead of him. I never knew until like pretty much the last season I was playing that I'm actually a pretty handy left back. So I found that out a little bit too late. But now scoring goals was always me high. That's how I enjoyed playing football. Fucking banging one in.
I had a bit of a similar moment that actually where I got put in goal once and I was shitting my pants.
I was
I had a pair of finger saves and finger saves, I call it. Yeah, I'm like, had a pair there, clean sheet, mate. One game, clean sheet, smashed it. I should have been a keeper. You know, wasted. Could have been the next.
Well, in Belton, there was a Friday league like charity thing. I think it's like the local organisers put it on. I think just to keep the fucking ruffians off the street, really. But I was like a organised like Friday league thing, like up on the up on the field in Belton. Used to play there every week, and I had one game like same like you. Like I went in goal and I was unbelievable, and they just kept putting us in goal. I think I was there like fucking 6 weeks in a row, and I was just keeping clean sheets. Like no one could score passes. I was absolutely fucking prime Peter Schmeichel, and I enjoyed it, but I like playing outfield. Like it's good to be good at something. Like when you're making all these saves and keeping clean sheets, you think I'm the fucking Mac Daddy out here. But I just want to be outfield. Like goalkeeping's not for me. Like
I see him. I wanted that. You know, like you said, there's no such thing as a scoring a goal and peeling away, celebrating. That's what it's all about. Like for me.
Definitely.
But the last time I did actually play football, maybe for you as well, was a nice little win over Newcastle Fans TV. You want to check that video out? Absolutely smashed them. So if I come back this summer, we need to get some of that sorted again. Like, that'll be good crack. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Knackered after 2 minutes, but enjoyed it.
Oh, I definitely need them roll on subs. Like we need a few more than like 12 players and all. Like I think we need to do more like 7 aside because that fucking 12 aside at our age and our fitness not very good. Not very good for me. And it's quite hard to have a squad. I say like having a starting 11 with people our age and our fitness levels. You need loads and loads of subs. Having like 12 players isn't good enough. Like so, I maybe do like charity thing with Newcastle Fan TV or anyone else that wants to get involved. But 5 to 7 aside, please. Thank you very much. Need 11 aside. Shit.
Yeah. It helped it wasn't the hottest day ever as well.
Like, it was. It was going to be fucking 34 degrees or something in Newcastle. Oh my God. I was burnt to a crisp and like I was absolutely fucking knackered.
Good times.
Move on to the next question then, Leila. 3 players you would take from Fulham?
What's called Anguissa? What's called the midfielder?
Anguissa. Frank on FIFA. Put like his full name on Frank Anguissa. Anguissa.
Anguissa. Tom Kearney and Loftus-Cheek.
Not bad. We nearly had who's it they got from Leipzig? Everton player Luckman. Like we're linked with Luckman for the year before, and he's had a pretty good season. Obviously had Mitrovic. Bobby Cordova-Reed's been banging them in this season.
Josh Madger looks alright to be fair.
Josh Madger, you know how it is. Like I said I didn't know if I actually meant it, but when like the Sun Until I Die documentary came out, I seen like some of the goals he was scoring. I was thinking he looks like a really good finisher. Like, and that's League One. Like, he might just be lucky, but then he got a big move to Bordeaux. Bordeaux is a top French Ligue 1 team. I like come back to Fulham. Like, he's actually a really handy striker. I would fucking have Josh Maja, like, definitely.
I would. Especially how Wilson's out. You never go down,
No.
definitely.
Couple of congratulations there. Thank you.
Dankeschön.
Would you take Lampard?
I would. Jury's still out on him, I think. Spent a lot of money, didn't really work out. Did well last season though to get top 4. And did a career at Derby, obviously feeling kind of last hurdle in the playoffs nearly. So I would. I think if Frank Lampard gets the next job right, I think he will go on to have a good career. But the next job is massive for him. And him knowing that as well, probably, I kind of see him coming to work for me, actually. But I would take him. Definitely.
Same here. Like, he is a young manager. Done a pretty good job with Chelsea in his first year. Done a decent job with Derby as well. But like, he's not going to come to Newcastle. Like, I judge anyone who actually comes to Newcastle under Mike Ashley unless like they're after something. Like, if it's like they've been pulled up from Championship, League One, or something like that. So, like, I just can't say anyone who would actually want to come here. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's fucking poison. Like, you're doing yourself a disservice by coming to Newcastle. Like, you could get a better offer. Like, even like sort of Brighton or Fulham or someone like that, West Brom even. Like, they've got fucking better ambitions than what we have. Like, you're gonna potentially lose out on a better job if you come to Newcastle.
Yeah, and they're actually definitely.
What Championship away day are you looking forward to next year? Obviously, you already mentioned Millwall.
Not that one. I'd rather not lose a nose.
Shields. John's you're excited for Rotherham away.
Rotherham away. I tell you what, you'd have to tell us who's going to get promoted from League One. Sunderland. That's who. Maybe that's what I'm looking forward to. A bit of the Derby day. I'd love it, mate. I'd love it. No. Honestly, I do want Sunderland to come up because I think that would be one good factor. Would be the Derby day against Sunderland would be class. I mean, trying to think of us in the Championship. I'm really following them leagues this year. Bournemouth aren't going to come up. I'd like to do Bournemouth because everyone always says Bournemouth's good.
Derby is always going to be a good away day.
Derby, maybe Cardiff or Swansea or a Welsh trip.
I've always wanted to go to one of them. Yeah.
So there is plenty to be fair. So we'll try to look at the silver linings because it is going to happen.
Yeah. Big up the 76 Club as well. I'm going on their podcast tonight talking about American football and trying to teach the Yanks a little bit about soccer. And
soccer ball.
I'm going to record that tonight and probably be out tomorrow. I'll put it on social medias for you to check that out. And a good question here from Jake. How did we first meet?
In a college library, wasn't it? Or lecture hall?
I was in the lecture hall line. Yeah,
in the library.
2010.
Time to be alive, man. Good times.
Yeah. I done the same course, sports coaching and science or something like that. Some fucking shit like that.
You know really well because you stayed for the duration.
I know. We literally just absolutely fucking took the piss with that one. Like you go to the reception, like to get like your student loan, you had to have like 70% attendance or something. Like we honestly spent more time at reception than out there. So like just asking the fucking wifey, like, can you check me attendance, please? Just so we can like work out what days we could miss.
Yeah,
we're just going out all Tuesday, going out like when Tuesday was on. Tuesday was fucking on and popping. We used to fucking spend all day Tuesday out, and we go like the Dog and Parrot and get like free, like because it was pretty quiet. They would always give away like free goes on the pool table, free jukebox. That was FIFA was there, right, on the PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. I think it was the Xbox, but. Like we just absolutely fucking ripped the piss in college, like, but good times. All right, that's what it was. Newcastle College, 2010.
Great times, man. Unbelievable things. Geordie Rick as well. Keg always knew Geordie Rick. Keg was with Geordie Rick, and I was at the back of the lecture hall, right, just trying to play cool. You know, what I mean, sussing people out, sussing the situation out, and everyone was a bit quiet, a bit nervous. You know, big face day. Just left high school. You know, this is when you think. Right, I need to try and stick into this course because, you know, I might get a career of it. My aim was to be a PE teacher. So I thought, right, I need to stick in good 3 years here and have, you know, Now a little job at the end of it. 2 minutes into that plan, wooing Geordie Rick right in front of us in the room in front of me. And I'm not kidding you. Yeah, I don't think he's joking or he's taking the piss off. Accused of being on drugs and everything on these videos. No, he is not. He was like that on a Monday morning, the first time I met him. Absolutely mental.
Mate, I used to get the bus with him, man. I used to get the bus with him at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning in the middle of winter. He's doing the fucking naked violin, got his pants doing, getting and I'm at the fucking bus stop freezing, tired. I'm just like, oh, you need to shut the fuck up. Like,
the naked violin.
Can I deal with you this time?
So I found him funny. A lot of people didn't. They like watching the videos really. And then we went on a tour of the college, and then we just cracked out of a crack from getting the tour of the library and everything. And from then,
hammering the tour.
Jody Rick's the reason I didn't get a good read. I'll put it that way.
There's quite a few questions about a takeover, David McGann at NUFC TV. Hello, mate. Do you think there's a takeover in the background? There's a couple of these as well. John, do you think there's a takeover in the summer?
Nah, honestly, dude, I've given up even any hope of entertaining this at the minute because of what's happened lately. And, hope's been destroyed the last couple of summers in a row. So, takeover, I think Ashley's just in there for his compensation. Hopefully, one of the positives of going down might be that obviously owners could come in and wouldn't have the Premier League directors known as test. But, I don't know. Nah, in the immediate future, I can't see one happening.
Nah. Fingers crossed. Like that could be like a benefit of going down. To be fair, like not having the fucking Premier League to deal with. Like I think like Wolves got one when they were down there. Leeds, Aston Villa, and look at all them now. Like Leicester, Southampton. All of these teams had takeovers in the lower leagues, and so honestly, like it could be a blessing in disguise. Obviously, we don't want to get relegated. We don't want to have to go through that. Like Villa spent 4 years in the Championship. Like we don't want to fucking go down that way, man. That's going to be absolutely heartbreaking. But if there's a silver lining at the end of it, then so be it. It might be worth it in the end, but I just didn't want to fucking get relegated, man. Don't want to have to go through that heartbreak again.
I know. Tell me, listen.
That's pretty much the similar question there. Adam Taylor, would you take relegation if it meant Mike Ashley sells in the summer?
Yeah, because it's going to be 17 players battling every year. Like I said, and like we said before, it's always going to be later under Ashley. So yeah, I would.
Luke Trinder wants to know any advice for young upcoming YouTubers.
Ooh, it depends on what your YouTube channel's going to be, I think. But the main thing is not giving a fuck what anybody thinks. That would be the first thing for me, like in believing in yourself, putting out the content that you want to put out. Don't put it out whether you think it's going to do well or get likes. Or don't be arsed. Don't be arsed if you put your first video out and it gets 2 views. Don't care. Keep going.
Because exactly. It's hard.
When we first started this, I remember the first couple of podcasts it used to be a thing called Magpie Mondays. It used to be about 2 hours long. It used to be about 40 people that watched it the whole week. Not at the time of filming, like the whole week. 40 views for 2 hours worth. Like used to be times, there's times when people aren't going to watch your video. We'll still put out a video now and it won't bang or won't even hit the figures that it normally should. You just got to play with it. Just throw things at the wall and see what sticks. See what you like doing. See what people like. And don't give up. Just give it a good couple of years and then see where it gets. Don't get downhearted.
Don't give up. You can take over a year to get some decent views, right?
Don't let the lows get your heart and don't let the highs get your head.
And don't listen to fucking trolls either. Time to go and fucking suck themselves.
Definitely don't listen to trolls because trolls are only trolling you because they hate their own life.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't know who they are. They've obviously found you. They're obviously just fucking jealous of what you've got to do. So. People just fucking trolling you in the comments, just give them a good laugh, like, fuck off, I'm doing something and you're not. You're sitting watching me fucking wanking yourself off in your mum's spare room.
Because, that sounds sorry, but because when I first started the channel, I even had mates of mine, do you know what I mean, say like, what the fuck's you doing that for? I mean, like, there'd be my mates were going out on a Saturday getting pissed, and I would be going to St. James Park, interviewing fans, going back home editing the videos, and they couldn't get their head around it. And then a year later, I was on Sky Sports, and then things grow, and then you start getting the with it. And then they're probably thinking, oh, right, so that's why you've seen it. That's why I was doing it.
Congratulations, you're doing really well for yourself now,
exactly, all of that. We're not at the time anymore now, but that's what it is. Vision, man. Tunnel vision and believe in yourself.
Absolutely. Big up Jonathan Greenwood.
Jonathan, get on the phone to Lee and the rest of the lads and get that charity match sorted for the summer. I'm back.
Absolutely. That's a good point there. Not a question, but imagine a Spurs-style documentary, All or Nothing, about Newcastle. I would fucking love one. I'd love to see what's going on behind the scenes.
It would be
this season. If the cameras were behind the scenes, it would be amazing. Obviously, like the Richie and Bruce bust up, like fucking shit with Mike Ashley, like COVID, obviously, Smacksman being ill. I would honestly love it. It would be fucking embarrassing. Like, I'd be like the Mackhams with their whatever it is they've got. Like, but I would love to see actually what Steve Bruce does, what he has to say, how he manages, like, giving players fucking 6 days off when we're in a relegation battle. Like, players wanted like meetings with Steve Bruce and Lee Charnley. Like, oof, I would love it, absolutely love it.
Because you looked at the Mourinho, bits of Mourinho, and that Spurs one were classic in the office when Sky Sports News comes on, and he's just like, "Fuck off, turn that off." Imagine that coming on when Bruce was there. Craig Hope on the screen. Do you know what I mean? Hammering Bruce or us. Do you know what I mean? That would be class. Like Bruce's reactions to things, the players. And you said about Maja at Sunderland in their documentary, banging them in. It was interesting behind the scenes though, because they were like, "Oh, Josh, are you going to be leaving?" And he was just like, "Oh, didn't want to answer the questions." You know what I mean? Like shying away from it. So to see the players behind the scenes, to see how the football club ran and all would be class. Because some of the characters on the Sunderland one, not just the Spurs ones, like were unbelievable. Unbelievable the way they were going on.
Aye. And coming to the end of the questions there, we'll put one more in there. We'll just give a shout out to Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hello, Paul. Yes, we are.
Last question from Kobe Donnelly.
We're not really, by the way, just to put that out.
I know. I wouldn't be letting
There's anything wrong.
I wouldn't be letting one guy fucking Dubai for 3 months without me. You fucking mad.
No, there's anything wrong if you are again. It might look like I am with them pink neon light binders, but this isn't my place, right? It's not about them. Even look quite nice.
Last question then. Would you pay a grand when the ground's open to throw a cabbage at Steve Bruce? Mate, I wouldn't be paying a grand, but I would fucking love to throw a cabbage at Steve Bruce.
I'm definitely going to be back. Definitely going to be back for the Sheffield United game when fans are back for that one. Got to be, or even just in and around, just waiting for the team's bus to come in. Everyone's got to get the cabbages out ready to pelt them with them. Do you know what I mean? Because we've got to demonstrate it somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, a grand for not quite. I haven't got it.
But I'd pay good money for a ticket for that Sheffield United game. Like, we might already be relegated, so it might be an absolute shit show. And like, obviously, we don't want like the team's fucking shit at the minute. The performances are awful. It's not that you want to go to enjoy the game, but I would love to go just for the atmosphere, just to see how Steve Bruce copes with 10,000 Geordies behind his back. Like the grief, the cabbages. It's gonna be eventful, and I honestly would pay very good money to be at that game, just to be a part of the atmosphere, just to see what happens. Like, will Steve Bruce manage? Will people be fucking lobbing cabbages off his head? I want a ticket. If anyone can get me a ticket for that last game, I'll give you fucking. I'm not gonna give you a grand, but I'll give you decent money for it.
I just want to be in amongst it now, definitely, because it will be really interesting. It'll be one as well where you can see that you are back for the first game after COVID, because a lot of teams had fans back, obviously mainly London. They had it when they allowed the 2,000 fans back and stuff. We never got that. We never got fans back, so it has been well over a year now. So to see you back at the first game in a special moment, and like I say, especially with Brucey, there'll be a mental atmosphere.
It'd be absolutely class. Like, big up Ruben for another donation.
Cheers, Ruben. Appreciate it, mate.
Yeah, and that'll do. Gone through. Oh, hang on. What's going on here?
Channel, mate. What is it?
Still got the background on. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's it done. Thank you very much for everyone that's tuned in now. Please smash that like button and subscribe while you're here. And cheers, guys. It's been a pleasure. It's been a good little catch up, that trip down memory lane.
It has, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, everyone, for getting involved. Appreciate the 10,000 subscribers, but keep going. If you're watching now and you haven't subscribed, smash that button, because 20's on the road, baby. 20k coming soon.
And lots more videos coming soon as well. I've got the 5 yards thing coming out, hopefully tonight, depending on the Wi-Fi connection, where I'm discussing who Newcastle should sign this summer, starting off with the defender. And then we've got a couple of ideas coming. I might chuck something out, like a vlog that I've done over here in Dubai. And then obviously next week, unfortunately, the football is back. Spurs.
I'm actually looking forward to this weekend, having it off. Like, I can't be arsed with it. I'm not even going to watch England now, because England fucking pisses off just as much as they do.
I didn't watch a game last night because it was midnight over here, but I might watch the Albania game on Sunday because I think it's at an alright time.
Yeah, we'll see. I'd rather not. Football free weekend this weekend. Cannot fucking wait. But Tottenham content back next week.
Yeah, man. So stay tuned for that, everyone. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for joining me for this episode of the Keg and Renty Show. Subscribe to Mclaren Channel TV and enjoy yourself.